An off-duty officer is hospitalized tonight after being attacked and shot at a park off Carmichael Road this morning.
Well, Pt.2 Murphy was at the scene where police say they don't believe the victim was the intended target.
Residents looked beyond the police tape at the quiet East Avenue Park, the scene of the latest shooting incident that has left an off-duty officer hospitalized. The 32-year-old male was the sole passenger in a white car in the park when he was shot. Superintendent Paul Roll says the victim was shot to the upper body but managed to run to a nearby establishment where people helped him to a nearby clinic.
Sometime around 11 o'clock a.m. this morning, we have an off-duty officer who was sitting in his brother's vehicle on the park here in the East Avenue area of Carmichael Road and just enjoying the breeze here on the park when three males accosted him from the east. As he saw these men, he was about to get out of the vehicle when one of the persons produced a handgun and discharged several shots in his direction.
Roll noted that the victim, who was to undergo surgery, was seriously injured but alert and had been talking. Police also believe he was not the target. When asked if anyone else was in the area, Roll said he did not want to jeopardize anyone else and appealed to the public for information.
Let's leave that like that because, the intended target, we have to make sure that he is safe. They'll continue to appeal to persons who may have additional information to help us advance this investigation to reach out to us.
School bus driver Elwood Cephas arrived at the park while officers were still processing the scene and minutes after a wrecker hauled the vehicle away. The shooting, he says, raises concerns for his safety as he waits in the park during drop-offs and pickups.
I mean, it's a public park, but my life, you don't know where the straight bullet will come from if I was out here. At that time, they get licked too. I mean, I don't say I'm so. This wild, wild west. We ain't safe. Same thing, we ain't safe in this country.
Police say there is no clear motive for this latest shooting incident. In the meantime, investigations into the matter continue. Pt.2 Murphy, ZNS Network News.
Okay, Bahamas, hear this. No more dropped or missed calls. Better reliability and technology-driven is how Cable and Wireless Communications CEO Phil Bentley describes the new $200 million investment his company plans to pump into the Bahamas Telecommunications Company's network over the next 3 years. But if you didn't know, BTC is Cable and Wireless's second largest investment, and officials want to keep it that way. With the new man at the helm in a few weeks, the Cable and Wireless chief is optimistic that BTC will remain on the cutting edge of technology.
We'd quite like to try and move some Bahamians into Miami, which is our operational hub now. I'm based in Miami. We want to develop people, invest in them, and then hopefully they'll come back in more senior positions to their home countries. And certainly, the more we see of that, I think the better, because people can pick up new experiences.
More training is expected to provide even greater output at the Bahamas Telecommunications Company in the very near future, which later translates into good customer service and satisfaction. That's what Cable and Wireless CEO Phil Bentley hopes to achieve through his company's multi-million-dollar investment into BTC's network.
We've got LTE, super fast download speeds. We've got fibre to the home. Can we do it? Of course we can. What we've got to do is get everybody behind the company with the money deployed effectively on the cutting edge technology. We're also investing in ensuring what we call our single points of failure, things when if they fail we haven't got the right backup in place, and we've been investing heavily behind that and we'll continue to do that.
Tuesday's announcement of Leon Williams' appointment as BTC's new Chief Executive Officer was welcomed news to staff members who met with senior management at the Bahamas Communications and Public Officers Union Hall right before Cable and Wireless's press conference. But before leaving BTC in 2008, Williams was sometimes the subject of much criticism. However, fast forward 6 years later, and officials recognize that a lot has changed.
The EBITDA went from 26% to 34%. The profits went from 34 million to 48 million. The monies in the bank went from 70 million to 170 million. The revenues went from 270 up to 353.
People keep going back to a period in 2008, 2011. Can we just sort of look forward? Because We are investing some $200 million into the Bahamas over the next 3 years. That's what I'm looking at.
Meantime, Fox Hill MP Fred Mitchell congratulated Leon Williams in the House of Assembly today on his recent appointment as CEO of BTC, saying justice has been served.
There is no question that this company has up to now not served the best interests of this country and this community. With this single act, a signal has been sent out that this company is willing to make amends for the abuse of this country's good nature in the complicity of the former Prime Minister. Bahamians now look to Mr. Williams, who, when he was there before, knew what he was doing. He did it before. We are confident that with God's help, he will do it again.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm C.S. Scatterly. During his contribution to the budget debate in the House of Assembly Tuesday afternoon, Financial Services Minister Ryan Pinder says the 2014-2015 budget is based on responsible spending, better revenue collections, and the balance between sourcing necessary government revenues against economic sustainability.
This PLP government dedicated itself to arresting the financial spiral we found ourselves, reducing the deficit by almost $100 million in 2013-2014 to $550 million. And then again, Mr. Speaker, reducing the deficit a further $170 million.
In other business news, Sterling Bahamas Realty Limited is a full-service boutique real estate agency with a solutions-based approach to delivering result-oriented services, including bank-approved appraisals, residential and commercial sales and rentals, property management, vacation and yacht rentals, along with dock slip sales and rentals. Dynamic husband and wife duo Lamont and Robin Davis, aligned with Sterling Financial Group Incorporated, will offer unique synergies resulting in a seamless blend of real estate services, particularly for international buyers. Since opening back in February, SBR has already delivered for its clients, securing sales for 2 Grand Bahama luxury homes. SBR also has sales pending on a vacant lot in the exclusive Ocean Club Estates and 2 luxurious beach house villas located on the western end of Paradise Island. And in international news, the European Commission is to open a formal investigation into Apple, Starbucks, and Fiat in relation to tax arrangements with 3 EU countries. The firms' respective arrangements with Ireland, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg will be investigated. Last year, a U.S. Senate investigation accused Ireland of giving special tax treatment to Apple. The European Commission will look at whether the company's tax affairs breach EU rules on state aid. This has been your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm C.S. Scatterly.